stories that define our state's character. Here's Kevin Mackey with your Montana Moment, sponsored by Montana Chevy Dealers.
1,000 years ago, a new life began near present-day Seeley Lake. The only witnesses to his youth would have been Indigenous people. He was already 200 years old when the Magna Carta was signed, more than 800 when the Civil War started, and still he thrives. In our Montana Moment, Kevin Mackey with Gus.
In the Seeley Lake District of the Lolo National Forest, a pathway welcomes visitors through some of the country's largest stands of Western Larch trees. Some call them tamarack. This is 60 acres of towering giants.
My name's C. Quinn Carver. I'm the Seeley Lake District Ranger. This grove was such a large, majestic grove that the ranger at the time wrote the chief, and it was protected from early logging.
The Jim Gerard Memorial Grove is named after that early ranger.
The big larch here, as you can see, they're pretty fantastic, and they've been around a long time.
Many of the larch in the grove are 600 years old, but they're youngsters compared to Gus.
Gus is estimated at over 1,000 years old.
As is appropriate to his stature, Gus is the focal point of the grove.
This is the most beloved tree on my ranger district. This is why I came into the Forest Service to do what I do, is to keep forests healthy and keep treasures like this for the public.
Gus is 153 feet tall with a 22 feet 9-inch circumference at his base with a trunk diameter of 7 feet 3 inches near the ground.
I'm 6'1" and my arm span is about 6 feet.
Gus is and always has been hugely popular with school kids.
You'll see little kids come up and just, you know, their arms will only reach that far. Everybody hugs this tree. When you see kids see this tree, the wonder in the eyes is just fantastic.
Everybody likes to measure themselves against Gus. Even adults almost always do this. Gus was on the bucket list of Chris Petrush and her family.
To me, it's all the animals who have probably lived in it. Birds flew into it, you know, houses that animals have had in here.
All the creatures he's protected.
Yeah, absolutely, a friend of the forest. Yeah.
Gnarly. I like all the gnarly.
The Western Larch is a deciduous conifer that loses its needles in the fall.
Oh, it's gorgeous in the fall. In the fall, when the trees start to lose their needles, they all change colors.
Much of Seeley's green landscape transforms into glorious golden yellow. Western Montana forests are known for a bountiful population of Western Larch, but the Seeley Lake District is especially rich.
Seeley Lake and most of the Swan Valley is a combination of soils and water and seasons is actually perfect for larch. Just the right mix in Seeley Lake to make them good and big.
The larch have deep taproots to obtain plenty of water. Through the years, the Forest Service has thinned other species like spruce, lodgepole pine, Douglas fir, and undergrowth to make room for the larch.
A lot of the treatment has been logging from below, logging other species other than larch. This stand would have been maintained by Indigenous peoples for thousands of years by running regular fire through it.
And he's had a couple of burns here.
Another fire scar on the back, more fire scars in this side, probably 5 or 6 that I can count.
Gus has survived dozens of fires through his long life and has the scars to prove it. He has a lot of defenses. His limbs are high up.
If a fire started up the face of Gus, it'd have to go a long ways before it ever got to the limbs, and then the heat of the fire is just going to escape through the crown.
Ranger Quinn thinks Gus may be more resilient to climate change than other species.
This particular tree has seen 1,000 years of seasons, so it's seen a lot of drought and it's seen a lot of wet, and so I would say that larch would probably be a little more adapted to that.
But he isn't immortal. Some of his top is dead, some of it blew off. These nodules are signs of a fungal infection.
This will eventually kill the tree. It's kind of like a slow-growing disease.
But who knows how many years he has left. He could still live for a long, long time. Gus has plenty of offspring.
This one right here is a baby larch. That is likely direct progeny from Gus.
Many who visit Gus think of him as a teacher.
If he could talk, if we would listen, the things he would be able to tell us about living a good life.
School kids seem to be Gus's best students. They're the ones most likely to pass on his wisdom and generosity. Put your hand against Gus's gnarly bark and you think, I'm touching 1,000 years of life, of a living being, 1,000 years of time, filled with mystery. Kevin Mackey, NBC, Montana.